Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Blind. We've got some heretic problems. Honestly, our problem is more the fact that they're brigands and stealing stuff, so. When the cold sets in, what do we got here? Various level 110 helmets. Neat. Or level, item level, something like that. Lord Harshvant awaits confirmation of the reason for your visit to Camp Dragonhead. We've also sent him a letter, which got here at the same time. So, here we go. Solving problems.
The incident with the New Frontier hands? No, you need not elaborate. I have been following their progress with no small amount of interest. Brave men and women all. They do our nation a great service. The existence of a fortified outpost in Mordona will do much to dissuade the Empire from trespassing on Kurthus soil. Right glad am I that you have chosen to lend your support to this endeavor. Never let it be said that House Forton does not acknowledge the efforts of her allies, or her debts. 'Twas in the spirit of gratitude that I arranged for sundry supplies to be delivered to Revenant's Toll. That the shipment should chance to be waylaid by heretics is poor fortune indeed. Poor fortune, I say, yet not without precedent. If you would know the truth of it, these incorrigible villains grow more organized with each passing day. This new unity of purpose we attribute to their leader, the Lady Iceheart. But though I have devoted significant resources to the task of identifying this woman, we have yet to learn so much as her birth name. What we do know is that the heretics speak of Iceheart in reverent tones, and would gladly embrace death rather than betray her. Such loyalty is rare indeed, and I fear to imagine what so committed a collective might achieve. The brigands have not yet been so brazen as to risk direct confrontation here in Dragonhead. Some few of their number have, however, been sighted not far to the west of here, and with ever-increasing regularity. A visit to Whitebrim Front may bring you the answers you seek. Will you brave the snows, knowing what implacable foes may lie in wait?
Oh yeah.
Hallone's blessings be upon you. Though I take no pride in the admission, many of mine own countrymen are not so well suited as you adventurers to dealing with such foes. Were they dragons, it might be otherwise.
Yeah, we're also pretty good with dealing with dragons, but you do you.
But truly, I could not wish for a finer ally. You have done much for my house in the past, and I have no doubt but that I shall have cause to celebrate your deeds again ere long. Should you learn aught of value, pray return to me forthwith. A warm hearth and a warmer welcome shall be waiting for you.
Okay. So we're getting organized. That's not what we need right now. Let's go nip this in the bud, shall we? We shall. To Whitebrim Front. Also, could we just teleport somewhere? Nope. They don't have a teleport there. Wild stuff. Anyways. Flying right over here. There's a Fate. How's it going? Level 39? Nope. Not what we're currently worried about. That's okay. Force warning. Other thing. Okay. Right down in here. Or right up in here. Go from above. Drill them out. One way or another. Down here. This way. There you go. Our take. Well, welcome, welcome. You will be pleased to know that the repairs to Stone Vigil proceed apace. We should rebuild sure and strong, that the Dravanians might batter themselves senseless against our shield in the west. I would venture, however, that matters of masonry are not what brought you to Whitebrim. On the trail of a band of thieving heretics, you say? By the Fury. But you do seem destined to cross paths with those villains. I must confess, then, 'tis a sad truth that the wilds hereabouts have indeed grown thick with their number. They strike swiftly, without warning, and are canny enough to evade our most able trackers. But it is not merely their newfound organization that confounds us. The heretics themselves have somehow changed. I know not what manner of influence this ice heart wields, but the men we face seem utterly lost in the grip of righteous fervor. 'Tis an unsettling and unnatural zeal. Mayhaps you would care to question one of their recent victims? As fate would have it, your arrival came moments after a traitor was waylaid on the road. Patrol found the unfortunate fellow lying senseless in the snow and carried him to our infirmary. Assuming he has regained the use of his faculties, the merchant might recall some small detail that could aid you in your task. Okay. That's noteworthy. Let's go up this way. Out. Then over and down. To the infirmary. At least some part of it in here. Where are we at? There he is. Mistreated merchant. Tell you what happened? Why, yes, of course. I'm quite recovered enough for that. Anything to help catch those cowardly Blackhearts. I was traveling my usual route to Whitebrim Front when a sudden blow sent me reeling. Next thing I knew, I was on the ground, and several heretics were rifling through my cargo. Arms, armor, crystals, they were taking everything. It was then that one of them noticed my bleary gaze, stalked over to better acquaint my head with his mace. Before darkness claimed me, however, I distinctly heard the words, "Return to Snowcloak." I dare say that is where they were hauling my goods, but they're not catching me rushing off in pursuit. They tell me 'twas a miracle I survived at all, and I'm not trust my thick skull to save me a second time. Okay. Search the wilds of Snowcloak. And that is... here? Snowcloak. Snowcloak's a dungeon. Go into a dungeon? Could happen. This way. Defeat any heretics we encounter. Can do. Can do. Down this way. Something here. Surrender the crystals, your end is come. Loyal heretics. Life belongs to the lady. I think we have a pretty good idea of what's happening here. See the house, Tunde Knight. This way further? Okay. Looks like we got a heretic primal situation. Blind loyalty changes. It would all check out. Yeah, draw your weapon, foul. Wait, I recognize you, adventurer. You are come seeking heretics? And we share a common purpose. We're on patrol when we chanced across one of their raiding parties and pursued them here. By rights, we should have had them cornered in this ravine, yet they are gone, vanished like icy wraiths. Something up there. Or not. Let's quickly fly up there and get him. Sure, that's not gonna work. Well. You glimpsed a woman atop the cliff? Could it be Iceheart herself, come to sneer at our folly? And to where did she disappear? The heretics must have discovered a passage through the frozen wall. Some hidden tunnel that escaped our notice. We're not the men to risk further investigation. It would be best were we to return to White Brimfront and lay our suspicions before Lord Drummond. Yeah. So, I'm just gonna go up here, check it out. You say anything? No. It's a teleport there, isn't it? No. Middle. Isn't good there. Alright. Let's fly straight there. We have that technology at least. There's this Gale Force warning on our list of things. Yep. Great on ya. Not doing that right now because it is extreme. Yeah. Yep. Coming in from the top here again. It works. Arctic. It appears I owe you my thanks once again. The surviving knights spared no detail in their report. When you found out near Snowcloak were some of my finest, they should be bested so handily, for I have woefully underestimated the threat these heretics pose. I understand you might balk at the notion. I ask that you put aside your mission and consider the stolen provisions lost to us for now. It would be ill-advised to blunder unprepared into what may well be the very lair of our enemy. Return to Dragonhead and inform Lord Harchfont of your discoveries. He wishes to plan contingencies of his own. As for Iceheart and her fanatics, the freezing heights of Snowcloak will not shield them from our justice for long. You say so. And Dragonhead. Definitely a dungeon back there. You can tell from the map. We will see. We will see indeed. Feels like it's been a little bit since we've been led directly to a dungeon. But a couple just singular boss encounter kind of situations.
Your return is most timely. Of their own accord, my thoughts had turned to your task and the progress thereof. I confess, my imaginings tended toward the grim and bloody. But you are here now, and I suspect such frivolous wonderings do little justice to the reality of your travails. Tell me, what did you learn of Iceheart?
Maybe something.
Indeed. And this transpired at Snowcloak? Of all the highlands, that towering wall has borne the worst of the region's brutal shift in climate. So inhospitable has Snowcloak become that we have still to survey the area in its entirety. Could its frozen heights conceal the heretics' hideaway? Mayhap a more robust reconnaissance effort is in order. Putting such considerations aside for the moment, we still know far too little of this Iceheart. That she is capable of commanding such a band of fanatics bespeaks natural authority, and no small measure of charisma. As much as I would like to fathom this mystery with you, the situation has grown beyond my personal purview. I am bound by duty to inform the Temple Knights and request that they bring this matter to its conclusion. Given the glowing reports the new commander has garnered thus far, I am certain that they can be relied upon to take appropriate action. Though Iceheart's true identity yet eludes us, you have provided us with a point from which to begin. Sometimes it takes but a single stone to prompt an avalanche. On the matter of the stolen provisions, I have already made arrangements for a second shipment to be sent to Revenant's Toll. I could not well allow such an honorable venture to be undermined by one miserable setback.
Alright. Unless this one also gets attacked. Honestly, we should probably go and play bodyguard for this caravan, but, you know. We do what we can. Back to Mordana. Back to Revenant's Toll. We will see if this shipment actually made it. I don't have high hopes, honestly. Also don't have very high hopes for the Temple Knights dealing with anything either. It's usually up to us. You know, sometimes things get taken care of. Sometimes. We will see. We will see. Could just be another problem on the back burner for later. We'll get around to things eventually. Eventually. What was our helmet here? $120. Various hats here. 90 off the bard. It's 115 for the ones that just immediately have 115 stuff. Also, the helmet's gonna go into the inventory. Arctic. 'Tis good to see you return to the toll. I fared you in the frozen wastes of Krathus. How's 4 times? That's not how I said it. Is to send us the second shipment. I must send thanks to Lord Archifant for his continued generosity. And even as our town grows in prosperity, we will attract ever greater numbers of those who would do us harm in the name of greed and power. All of us, Alphon's new recruits included, must remain vigilant against such threats. Okay. What do we have here? Got a strength kind of look one here. Strength and other. Strength, dexterity, vitality, critical hit, skill speed. For a lot of different stuff. In comparison, current one. But this has intelligence, so might be better. We'll get some kind of. A lot of these are only for certain things. Quite. Let's go for 6. Let's go for 6. Let's take a random strength though. Why not? Okay. And what we have here. Sturdy. Intelligence helm. It's minus because it's worse. It's a fancy hat though. Brave new companions. As news on progress of the inaugural ceremony. While you're away in Krathus, preparations for the inaugural ceremony were all but completed, although Tatu does yet seem somewhat flustered. I've taken enough of your time. Why don't you head into the Rising Stones? It's your frantic receptionist. Could do with a hand. Okay. Let's see. In here. In here. We can get this tiny private army going here. Let's see what we're working with. These parchments need to be sorted, and these documents, why are they even here? Oh, I'm sorely tempted to file the lot in my waste paper basket. Ah, Arctic, you startled me. You wish to lend a hand? Splendid. Would you be a dear and hand these uniforms to the new recruits? They're scattered about Revenant's Toll, and I haven't the time to track them all down. Recruits know to don their garb immediately and assemble here in the Rising Stones, and to report back to Alphanad if you don't wish to miss the ceremony. Wonder if the Scions will ever have matching uniforms. A well-funded organization is a well-dressed organization, I suppose. Okay. 2 recruits, 8. Really? We got more recruits, apparently. We only talked to, like, 4 guys or something. Work with what we got here. I don't know. Maybe I got some recruits from people that are already here. Also possible, I suppose. See what everybody's up to around town, also. That's good. That's a lot of marks. My goodness. They exist yet? Outside. There it is. You Hasi. Those who believe this company will see no riches are short-sighted fools. The giving of oneself 'tis an investment in the future. Thus I sign my name to the cause. Here is an ultramarine uniform. Deep blue uniform crafted specifically for Atan's new trial organization. We can't go and sell them. These uniforms were a splendid idea. Once our organization has made a name for itself, there shall be wealth aplenty in selling replica costumes to the adoring masses. That's certainly something. This is up here. What are we looking at? So I best to mimic my fellows here, but I admit I have no idea what we're supposed to be doing. Ah, our new uniforms. I'm reminded of my induction into the Wood Whalers. Okay. What are they all looking at? No matter. No matter. Agnes. Scarlet Garb makes me a promoter of the Maelstrom, and a hardy defender of Limsa Limensa. Yet in truth, I stand for the betterment of the realm, and thought this new company a fine opportunity to contribute on a grander scale. Here's a new uniform then. Oh, now that's a striking shade of blue. Put it alongside my Maelstrom uniform, which will certainly not lack for color. Indeed. Ilbert? I don't believe we've met. I'm Ilbert, and I will have the honor of leading my fellow recruits as captain. Much did I lose to Calamity, and look forward to aiding others in rebuilding their lives. Fantastic. Uniforms are a shrewd decision. There's no easier method of creating a common bond among what is essentially a band of strangers. Indeed. Somebody back behind. Epimy. Arctic Sin. Gods, I did not expect to meet you strolling about town. Tales of your primal battles were inspired me to come to Revenant's Toll. Uniform. It is an honor to receive this uniform from your hands. Shall wear it with pride. Everybody's got their reasons here. Oh, Wilbur. Little amigo could learn much from Revenant's Toll. That this town can be so alive in the midst of such desolation. I've never worn aught quite so voluminous. Well, I'm sure I'll grow accustomed to the extra cloth in time. Yeah. Real. Oh there, lad. Looking for me, was ya? I suggest giving a whistle, but I'm not sure I'd hear it amongst all the bustle. Oh, proper uniforms and all. This thing'll cut off the blood from your head. Not to worry, though. Sure, she'll be fine after making a few adjustments. And lastly, Elaine. Isonar's head is at last retired from the adventurer's life. But I shall miss his wisdom and irrepressible spirit. I am excited to forge my own path forwards. Ah, yes, the uniform. Thank you. To be told, the thought of placing myself to such a lofty organization is somewhat intimidating. Come. Back to the Rising Stones. Possibly even the Solar. Very possible. It's where the most important stuff happens. For the most part. Yep. Alright. Yes, Arctic. Tatru mentioned you were handing out the new uniforms. I assume you've now met the rest of the recruits. Yep. Some few will answer the call to arms I put forth through established grand companies and such. We are not yet an army. There is much a small corp of elite warriors can achieve. Did I mention I thought of a name for the company? 'Tis my hope that shall soon be known across the breadth of Eorzea. The moment of truth draws near, Arctic. Once the last of the recruits have gathered, I shall make the official announcement. Okay, here we go. It's a big deal. We're a big deal.
Comrades, your presence here this day signifies the momentous choice that each of you has made. With your strength now pledged to the scions of the Seventh Dawn, you are beholden to no single nation. You stand as the vanguard for a united Eorzea. From this moment forth, I declare you Crystal Braves. Let us mend this fractured realm and face our enemies as one. Whether it be the Beastmen and their primals, or the conflict in Carteneau, it is plain that the nations of Eorzea cannot solve the problems which plague the realm. Thus does it fall to some few heroic souls to succeed where they have failed. Come! Take your place at the Scion's side as guardians of Eorzea, and together we shall fight for the freedom of all! For the freedom of all!
Okay. Got a few more people here too. That's good. More than 4, more than 8. We're getting there.
A rousing speech, Alphino. Or should I say, Crystal Brave Commander Leveilleur?
Please, Antecedent. The title is honorary. I shall not be leading the troops into battle, as it were. We are of the same purpose. Let us join hands and do what must be done to save this land.
The Scions stand ready.
And so do I. Okay. Objective complete. Speak with me. Cutscene into cutscene. Woo!
I'm eager to see what the Crystal Braves might accomplish. This shall prove an interesting time indeed for the Scions.
Oh, first thing to accomplish.
Yes, I'm listening. So our worst fears are confirmed. The entire Isle. Such power defies comprehension. Truly? Kryl is alive? Thank the 12. I see. Pray, inform me if her condition changes. Yes, I shall pass on your words to Urianger. My thanks. I shall contact you anon. When I learned of the loss of the Isle of Val, I dared not hope that my friend had survived. Yet, by some miracle, it would seem she has. She's still to regain consciousness, it is true, but better that than death. Putting this happy news to one side, we must now endeavor to make sense of the readings taken by the survey party. It appears the etheric disturbance which accompanied the Isle's destruction is of a magnitude alarmingly close to that of Ultima. Could the Ascians be responsible for this devastation as well? I wonder, have you heard aught from the Mother Crystal since the battle with the Gallians?
Nope.
Then she speaks to neither one of us. Heidelin's silence portends naught but ill, I fear. Louis Soir, I pray you yet watch over us.
A destructive force of unknown everything, basically. Not great. This is the more intelligence app, which is worse than we currently have. We'll grab mind crit generation rotate rate. How about that? Let's get this dexterity one, I guess. Never really needed the money bits. That's great. We also get 7,000 gil for this. Great. Fantastic. Another cutscene. Or something. There's him. Very good. See, the provisions are prepared for transport. Let's hope that this shipment is spared the fate of the last. Alright. Hopefully. The winds are uncommon fierce this day. Over there and there. Oh, this guy. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Oh, that's probably fine. That's probably fine. New chapter of New Game Plus has been added. Eorzea defended. Got it. Done. We did it. What is... Complete the mayor and scenario quest. Brave new companions. Eorzea has been defended. Problem solved. Traitor in the midst. That's next. That bodes well. Everything bodes well. I'm sure the Crystal Braves are going to do a great job. Next time. Goodbye.